Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. So we will start our session now. Okay, so everyone please, we'll start. Sit in a comfortable position. Put your hands in a comfortable position. Gently close your eyes. We're gonna do some breathing exercises first. When you breathe in all the good and all the fresh air. When you breathe out, whatever tension or tightness, whatever feelings of stress or tiredness, whatever negative emotion, negative energy in the body and the mind, we're gonna let it all go out together with the out breath. So let us try gently take a deep breath in. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. For the second time, take a deep breath in. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. For the third time, take a deep breath in again. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. For the last time, take a deep breath in again. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. Relaxation of the body. If there is any more tension or tightness, any more feelings of using or exerting strength in the body, gently let it go and let the body abide in a state of relaxation and inaction. Relaxation of the mind. Let us be aware of that state of mind at every present moment. If there is any wanting, any cravings, any expectations in the mind, gently let it go and let the mind abide in a state of non-wanting, non-craving, non-expectation. Let the mind abide in action, which means for the mind not doing or thinking about anything in particular. Not having the need for the mind to do or to think about anything in particular anymore. Let this 20 minutes be a time for the mind to have a break from all that wanting and doing. Then let the mind be aware of whatever that manifests to your awareness regarding the body and the mind, moment to moment, moment to moment. Without indulging or suppressing any stories or issues that may arise in the mind. Gonna just be aware of whatever that manifests through the awareness regarding the body and the mind, moment to moment, moment to moment. And then allowing them to arise and perish according to nature. Then with this relaxed mind and body, today let us continue with our development on the reflection on compassion. So first, let us recollect the beings that are suffering. As recently also, many disasters, accidents happening around the world. If you feel for them, you may even also recollect them in your mind. And then with a sincere wish, wishing them to be free from all the mental and physical suffering. Let us wish the suffering beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Free from suffering and causes of suffering. Free from suffering and causes of suffering. free suffering and causes of suffering. Let all suffering beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Let all suffering beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Let all suffering beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Let all suffering beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Now let us think about ourselves. So we may have some physical or mental suffering in the present, or if not, then let us think about the potency of suffering in the human life. With a sincere wish for us to be free from all those suffering, let us wish ourselves, may I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and causes of suffering. Then let us recollect beings that we respect. They may have some bodily or mental suffering at present. Or if not, then we think about the potency of suffering in the human life that they may experience. And also with a sincere wish for them to be free from those suffering, let us respected beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. 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 May the respected beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. 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 Let the respected beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Free from suffering and causes of suffering. Let the respected beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Free from suffering and causes of suffering. Let the respected beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Let the respected beings free suffering and causes of suffering. Let the respected beings free from suffering and causes of suffering. Free from suffering and causes of suffering. Okay, so gently take a deep breath in. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. For the second time, take a deep breath in again. Gently let it out. Relax, 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 relax. Gently be aware of the feelings of your body. Gently be aware of the feelings of your buttocks touching the cushion. Then, doesn't matter whether the experience was good or no good, let the mind come back to the present moment. And then, just like waking up from a deep sleep, gently open your eyes. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the near enemy of compassion. And the near enemy of compassion is grief or sorrow. The feeling of grief or sorrow. Why is it near enemy? Because the feeling is, a little bit similar to compassion. Okay? So, when somebody is developing compassion, and they are reflecting and studying compassion, then sometimes, because the object is a suffering object, the object is suffering, the beings that we are standing to, they are suffering. So sometimes the mind, because of unwise attention and unmindfulness, it may unknowingly turn into grief and sorrow. And is grief and sorrow good? Actually, grief and sorrow is an unwholesome state of mind. It is heavy. It is actually a burden to the heart. Okay? So, I don't know whether you guys have, after this 1.5 weeks of developing, I don't know whether you have experienced it or not. But if you feel that, when you are sending compassion, if you feel that after sending your heart gets heavier, you get depressed, you get, you feel hopeless about the situation, and then you feel like, it's hopeless. I'm so sad. Then you may have fallen into the near enemy, which is grief or sorrow. Okay? So how do we counteract this? How do we get out from this? Huh? One thing is, of course, when you are sending compassion, then if you find that you are entering grief, then you can stop the compassion for a while and try to develop equanimity, thinking that beings are owners of their own karma, of their own cause and effect. Okay, but because we have not done equanimity yet, so if this is difficult for you, you do not know how to do it, then no problem, very easy. Just contemplate that all suffering will come to an end, right? It is impermanent. So with this, then we also wish them well, to be free from suffering and causes of suffering. Okay? And also sometimes the image in our mind. Okay, if you have an image in your mind, then we can try to think of the time when they would have recovered from this sickness or this mental suffering. And then with that, because all suffering comes to an end, because all sufferings are also impermanent. Therefore, there's always hope. Okay? Even if they die, but if they die mindfully, then there may be a chance that they will be reborn as a heavenly being or a human being. Right? So definitely a positive attitude our positive attitude towards them is definitely helpful. So with this in mind, and with the image of the person ultimately being able to be free from suffering, and then we wish them to be free from suffering, free from suffering, free from suffering, like that. Huh? Then somebody may ask one day, I don't know how to tell the difference between sorrow and grief, and true compassion. Okay? I don't know how to tell the difference because you say that they feel the same. But actually, there is still a slight difference. Okay? So like what I mentioned before, grief and sorrow, if you indulge in it, then your heart area, it may be a little bit soft, but you'll feel a kind of like heaviness or something stuck at your heart area, something pressing on your heart area, like that. But if it is true compassion, and because it is limitless, measureless, so and it is wholesome mind, therefore after you finish your reflecting on compassion, your heart area, your feelings, you should feel light, you should feel tranquil, you should feel that your mind is very broad, full of magnanimity, and full of tender love for yourself and other beings, like that. So that's the difference. Now it's just a sharing. I cannot show you how it feels, but you guys will have to do it yourself. Okay? Okay, so when we send compassion, just be careful of grief and sorrow and the feeling of hopelessness. Okay? Because it's impermanent and cause and effect, definitely life will always have hope and suffering will always come to an end. Right? Someday. And the faster we develop Dhamma, the faster we develop the qualities, the faster we know how to apply the qualities in our life, the faster we may be free from all those suffering. Okay? Alright, so that's the sharing for today. Wish all of you well, peaceful and happy, and let us share. So repeat after me. Theravada Meditation. Sampadang punya sampadang. Sabbe deva, sabbe Buddha, sabbe satta, anumodantu, sabba sampati siddhya. I share my merits with all devas, all beings, all creatures. May they rejoice in our merits. May they be happy. Idame nyati nam hotu. Sukhita hontu nyatayo. I share my merits with all departed relatives. May they rejoice in our merits. May they be happy. Idame punyang asavakaya vahang hotu. Idame punyang nibbanasa pachayo hotu. By the power of this merit, may it be supportive condition for my purification of the mind till no more defilements. By the power of this merit, may it be supportive condition for my attainment of Nibbana. Mama punya bhagang sabba satanang bhajemi te sabbe me sammang punya bhagang labantu. I share my merit with all beings. May they rejoice in their merits. May they be happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, that's all for today's session. Wish all of you to be free from suffering and see you guys in the next session. Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.